Yeah, I reckon we've played a significant role in helping families bond and the community familiarise themselves with each other before the outbreak of the coronavirus. I think that's what we've done as STS Community Project. My name is Matthew Shobande. I'm, what you'd probably call the project manager of the, project itself, of the program. And, just a little bit of background as to what we are as STS Community Project is, we're a non-for-profit organization that started in 2017. However, I would say like the ball really got rolling probably in early to mid 2018, where we sort of like really start kicking off with things, because a lot of things happened in 2017 where I was program managing at another organization. And after being made redundant with that situation, it was a thing where like I sat down with a few people. Well, I wouldn't say a few people, maybe a couple of people really, and just sort of like presented an idea and as to how we can continue what I was already doing. Do you understand? Because I was already managing a program anyway, but I wanted to continue what I was doing, being in the area that I've been out in, Peckham, Camberwell sort of area, Southwark sides. I just wanted to continue it. So we looked at our area, and one of the things, obviously, that we realised, and we've always realised, there's a lot of crime and a lot of, obesity in terms of like just people not healthy within the area, and that's mainly within, Southwark and Lambeth. If you go and look at the stats in relation to that, you'll see that, in the last year, in the whole of London, Southwark and Lambeth have held the most crime and people with the most obesity within the area in the boroughs of London. So that's one of the reasons why we started STS Community Project. So we started it basically on that purpose, but we didn't want that notion or that idea to be the only reason. Do you understand? I've been in the area for a very long time. So I looked at it from a perspective like, one of the things we looked at was family engagement. You understand? It was family engagement. We thought to ourselves, like, we want to engage with the family. You understand? We want families to be involved. It's about bringing that community back. One of the things that I've realized over the years is that there was a lack of community. And what I mean by that is, you're not really seeing parents and mothers and dads and their children sort of like bonding together as much as how it was, for various reasons.
Hi, my name is Akinola. I work with STS and Community Project. I'm a coach there. I've been coaching for so many years now with Chris and Matthew. We started training different kids, and more kids are coming, enjoying it. It helps kids stay off the streets. It helps kids like engage with different sports. It helps them in the future. It's helped me like see different kids' views in everything, not just sports, like everything they do, how they communicate with you. You're like a mentor to the kids as well. And also, I would also recommend this to different coaches. I'll recommend it to kids from different backgrounds, no matter what community you're in. STS is for every community. Every community. Right now we're based in South, but it's for every community. It is going to spread around every community soon.
STS Community Project, Salute the Streets Community Projects, and how we really, the whole, just delve into like the process and how that came about. I wanted to continue what I was already doing. So I spoke with Chris first. Obviously, I've known Chris for a long time. We went to school together and everything. So it wasn't someone new that was approaching. So I spoke with Josh and outlined to him what it is that we're doing. So he came on board as our chair, and the whole purpose of that was to help support the vision that Chris and I had already sort of like, or were implementing within Salute the Streets community project. So that was Josh's role, and this is Josh's role. So he's been a huge major part in that, because again, he's coming from a completely different, you know, perspective.
I love coaching here. I think it's enjoyable, really enjoyable. I think you can get a lot out of them, and I think they really appreciate when you invest effort into them and you run really good and professional sessions for them.
With the three of us, you know, sort of like putting our heads together, we were able to then sort of like get ourselves on a track, and it's what we're doing now. So aside from Josh, you know, there's the committee is filled with different people that I have or I've spoken with in parts. Just that some, you know, I've known for a long time. Some, you know, it's a building relationship, but you know, it was just a thing where like I wanted to meet and speak with people who understood what the vision of what Salute the Streets community project is, and then carry that forward. Distinguished thing that I think that separates what we do to what others may be doing is just the purely care element of, we care about our community, we care about the families that we're working with, we care about the people that we want to develop, what we want to progress. Just now we care about their development.
My name is Kai Kelly, I'm 22 years old and I'm from South East London. Two football teams that I was involved with when I was younger was Bethlehem Football Club, which then developed into Greenhouse Football Club. I think two people that really impacted me was Matthew and Karima. Matthew was my coach from when I was 11, maybe up until about 15, which then things got reorganised. And Karima was the coach in their A-team in our same age bracket. But Matthew was one who really nailed home, I could be a great footballer, I could be the best person on the planet, but as soon as I let my anger go, if I let my emotions come out, everything suffers, everything goes bad. So that's one thing that he really hammered into me, and it was good, do you know what I mean? That people at that age, that there's not a lot of people that will talk to you straight, like going, if you're doing this, you're gonna mess everything up for yourself. And this is what I needed to hear personally. But people like Matthew are keeping it going. With initiatives like STS, it's perfect for communities like myself because it gives opportunity into places where there wasn't any. And it gives these kids places that they can go, be happy, not be in any mischief, not be in anything.
Hi, my name's Mayumi. I'm a fitness professional. I first came across STS via Chris. So I worked with Chris at the gym and he spoke to me about a holiday club for my son, because I have a 12-year-old son, and we decided to give it a go because there wasn't much going on in the holidays. The local football cage had been closed down and my son absolutely loves football, so we gave it a go. Absolutely loved it, really enjoyed being around Chris and Matthew as well. It's not just the children that they support, it's also the parents. If the parents have got the skills and want to get involved, or anyone got the skills and want to get involved, there's the opportunity for you to do so.
Hi, my name is Michael, I'm 12 years old. I came across STS because they had holiday sessions in the park. So me and my friend went there to check it out. We started playing football. It was nice, so it was a good way to keep active across the holidays. And then after the holidays ended, we heard that Chris was holding some football sessions in Burgess Park. So my mum took me there to check it out. We started playing football. It's so good. And the first thing I asked Chris was like, is this a team? He was like, no, it's just to help you get ready for reality, so when you get into teams, then you'll be good. And that really helped me throughout me playing football. So like, when I went from different teams, and I went to a team, and I started playing matches, but I only got into it because all the stuff that Chris taught me from STS was already like in me, so I could play football properly thanks to Chris.
Community projects are important because they provide a space for the youth to come together, socialise, and also meet others like themselves. Yeah man, the community projects are good, they're needed, because without them the children will be doing something different with their time, they'll be occupied elsewhere, we don't know. But there are examples of negative outcomes from community projects not being present. Because leaving them with no choice, no other option, you'd have to ask yourself, what would the children be doing in those after school hours, in the evening hours, in their free time, should a community project not be present? As well as it being fun, there's also like a moral aspect to things, knowing that if you want to go there and be a part of what's going on, you know that you have to abide by a certain ethos. These projects are, I believe, what bring out the positives in the youth, and because, as I said, I'm still able to turn to my old coaches and seek assistance for not only sports-related stuff, but also real-life situations or help that I might need, regardless of the situation. The fact that they're able to help me what I'm doing today means that going to that project had some kind of influence, because I can relate those people to what I'm doing today.
My name is Jalangja Asimi, I'm 22 years old, I'm from South London, Peckham, and I'm a professional footballer. I was involved in Greenhouse Bethlehem Community Project, and I think it's important to have something like that in the area, because for me, my experience going there, it was fun. I made a lot of friends. It took me away from all the bad stuff that was happening in the area and stuff like that. So it was a good experience for me, and I'll cherish it. It made me like probably the man I am today, really. There's a lot of coaches that coached me along the way when I was at Greenhouse Bethlehem. A few of them to mention: Karima, Sace, Matthew, and they're basically role models, people that I looked up to. Stuff that I picked up from Greenhouse Bethlehem that I still do today, and obviously some of the stuff that coaches try to implement in us from a young age, like turning up late, getting ready for a game, make sure you eat and drink well before a game. I still do that now because I have to, as being like a professional footballer. So I think the best thing for me that I picked up is just being organised, really, and getting ready and being professional for something, because it almost felt like when I did go into the professional setup that I was already ready for it, because at Greenhouse I was doing the same thing literally. So stuff like that, and like obviously all the coaches are role models here, and we just look up to them, and the way they carry themselves, that's how you want to be when I grow up. That's how I looked at it.
More projects like this needs to be had, and in order for us to be able to do what we're doing to the level that we're doing it and even further, because the hope and the plan is to do it a lot bigger than what it is. Just that we want to go nationwide with this. Just that it is a community project, but we're not looking at just basically staying clustered in one community, although we are Southwark residents, do you understand, who also work within Lambeth as well. But eventually, the hope and the plan and the vision is that, you know, somewhere down the line, this goes nationwide. Understand? And it's one of those things where, like, we got big ambitions. We've got a big ambition to sort of like unite communities together, but one stage at a time. And I think that in that sense, this is why people should get involved, because you're not looking at a project that just wants to stay in one area, or just looking at a project that's just happy to be doing what it is that they're doing. We want to do more because we believe that there's more that can be done. We're in a climate where, you know, it's important that families are united. We're in a climate where people need to be innovative, people need to be inventive with what it is that they're doing. And I think we are one of a kind of many community projects like this that can help to facilitate those situations. These kids, these parents need to have people, do you understand, who they're seeing or they're hearing on the radio and be like, you know what, I can relate to this person. But if these same people that they're relating to in terms of what they're hearing on the radio is coming back to them, and these are the people who's around them, do you understand? You've got the community. We're seeing these sort of things like in different places, do you understand? And I think it's something that we need to start implementing here. We've got all the resources to do that. So for me, we need these people. We need all the radio hosts, do you understand? Your videographers, your musicians, your footballers, do you understand? Like, nobody's too big for it, do you understand? So if you got time, do you understand? If you got time, we want you. Get involved. This is what we need. So for me, this is why I believe that you should get involved with STS Community Project, Salute the Streets Community Project, because like I said before, there's a serious and there's a care element to it. Do you understand? And I know from the years that I've had working within the community and working with different people that people do care. Do But what it is that people don't know how to get involved. So for me, this is the reason why we're doing this, is to get at people and say that, listen, we know you care, we know you want to get involved, holler at us, this is how you get involved. So yeah, that's it.